Hello everyone, this is Ajisha, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. On completion, students will be able to explain the various business organizations. In this video we will see the various business organizations. There are three main business organizations, say, proprietorship, partnership and corporations. First is sole proprietorships. The vast majority of small business starts out as sole proprietorships. Very dangerous. These firms are owned by one person, usually the individual who has day-to-day responsibility for running the business. Sole proprietors own all the assets of the business and the profits generated by it. They also assume complete personal responsibility for all of its liabilities or debts. In the eyes of the law, you are one in the same with the business. Merits: easiest and least expensive form of ownership to organize. Sole proprietors are in complete control, within the law, to make all decisions. Demerits: unlimited liability and are legally responsible for all debts against the business. Their business and personal assets are 100% at risk. Second, in a partnership, two or more people share ownership of a single business. Like proprietorships, the law does not distinguish between the business and its owners. The partners should have a legal agreement that sets forth how decisions will be made, profits will be shared, disputes will be resolved, how future partners will be admitted to the partnership, how partners can be bought out, or what steps will be taken to dissolve the partnership when needed. They also must decide upfront how much time and capital each will contribute, etc. Merits: partnerships are relatively easy to establish, however time should be invested in developing the partnership agreement. With more than one owner, the ability to raise funds may be increased. Demerits: partners are jointly and individually liable for the actions of the other partners. Profits must be shared with others. Third, corporations. A corporation, chartered by the state in which it is headquartered, is considered by law to be a unique entity, separate and apart from those who own it. A corporation can be taxed, it can be sued, it can enter into contractual agreements. The owners of a corporation are its shareholders. Merits: shareholders have limited liability for the corporation's debts or judgments against the corporations. Generally, shareholders can only be held accountable for their investment in stock of the company. Corporations can raise additional funds through the sale of stock. Demerits: the process of incorporation requires more time and money than other forms of organization. Corporations are monitored by federal, state and some local agencies, and as a result may have more paperwork to comply with regulations. Incorporating may result in higher overall taxes. Other than the important three organizations, these are few other business organizations. One is joint stock company. Limited financial resources and heavy burden of risk involved in both of the previous forms of organization has led to the formation of joint stock companies. These have limited dilutives. The capital is raised by selling shares of different values. Persons who purchase the shares are called shareholder. The managing body, known as Board of Directors, is responsible for policy making important financial and technical decisions. There are two main types of joint stock companies. Private limited company. This type company can be formed by two or more persons. The maximum number of membership is limited to 50. In this, transfer of shares is limited to members only. The government also does not interfere in the working of the company. Public limited company. It is one whose membership is open to general public. The minimum number required to form such company is 7, but there is no upper limit. Such companies can advertise to offer its share to general public through a prospectus. These public limited companies are subjected to greater control and supervision of control. Next is public corporations. A public corporation is wholly owned by the government, center to state. It is established usually by a special act of the Parliament. Special statute also prescribes its management, patent power, duties and jurisdictions. Though the total capital is provided by the government, they have separate entity and enjoy independence in matters related to appointments, promotions, etc. Merits: these are expected to provide better working conditions to the employees and supported to be better managed. Quick decisions can be possible because of absence of bureaucratic control. Demerits: any alteration in the power and constitution of corporation requires an amendment in the particular act, which is difficult and time-consuming. Lastly, government companies. A state enterprise can also be organized in the form of a joint stock company. A government company is any company in which of the share capital is held by the central government or partly by central government and partly by one to more state governments. It is managed by the elected board of directors, which may include private individuals. These are accountable for its working to the concerned ministry or department, and its annual report is required to be placed every year on the table of the parliament or state legislatures along with the comments of the government to concerned department. Merits: it is easy to form. The directors of a government company are free to take decisions and are not bound by certain rigid rules and regulations. Demerits: misuse of excessive freedom cannot be ruled out. The directors are appointed by the government, so they spend more time in pleasing their political masters and top government officials, which results in inefficient management. I hope that the students will be able to explain the various business organizations. Hope this video benefits you. Thank you.